hello. So thank you for all the housekeeping stuff. So if you have questions, please come at the front. For the folks online, I'm sorry, but you can ask me questions after. I would check. This is the most important slides because you will get the whole slide deck. Um, the thing is, this talk is going to be a little bit chaotic because there's a lot of live demo, there's a lot of things that I will be showing you. Originally, this talk is a tutorial, that's why it's very important to get the slide deck, and then there will be linked to some information, some tutorial instructions that if you kind of didn't catch it, I was too fast, then you can check it out when you have time later, or so you can follow it yourself, and then you will get a better idea. We are going to build something today. Hopefully, you feel free to play along. Like if you have a laptop or you have home, then you can also play along and try to do that together. Again, it's going to be a little bit chaotic, so sorry about that in advance. So first of all, before we jump into the chaos, I'm Cheuk. I contribute to open source. I love open source. I've contributed to Django. Thanks for attending DjangCon Europe earlier this year. It was really fun. Also, I organized a lot of events. I love the Python community. I'm right now the PSF director and fellow. My day job is a community manager at OpenSSF. So what is OpenSSF? OpenSSF is part of Linux Foundation. We are non-profit. We are not trying to sell you anything. But what we want to do is to tell you to be more aware of open source security. So we have newsletter and blog, so feel free to sign up if you really care about open source security. We also have free courses if you are not really sure what is open source security yet and you want to learn more. So who has heard of BeeWare? Yay, some of you. Okay, so actually quite a lot of you, so I don't know why I'm here. But anyway, I want to show off a little bit because I've got this BeeWare coin. Who know what this is? Keep your hands up if you have it. Ooh, okay, so if you haven't, then go to contribute to BeeWare. That's you get a chance to win a BeeWare coin. But I don't have any with me today, so sorry about that. You can only look at the picture right now. So what is BeeWare? In case you are the view people, or maybe you're at home and then you're like, oh, what is BeeWare? It's actually a very cool tool because it allows you to build an application and you can use it to deploy it to a lot of different platforms. So the philosophy of BeeWare is write once, deploy everywhere. So sounds really cool. So BeeWare is a framework, actually got a lot of tools in it. We'll be looking at some of them. So you can write your app in Python. That's the key point. We love Python. We want to write in Python. So this is a tool that would let you to do that. And it can be released on multiple platforms, so including this list, which is Mac, Windows, Linux, iPhone, iPad, Android, using Briefcase. So again, we'll be using it in a bit. So get your hands ready to deploy your first application. So quick demo now. So I told you it's going to be a lot of demo. So here, so this is the link. If you click on it, it will show you to the BeeWare tutorial that actually you can follow along. So let's jump into it. So let's have a look. So we'll open it. So you will see this. But actually, if you haven't used BeeWare before, you haven't installed it before, then you may want to have a look at the tutorial 0, which kind of guides you to create a new environment so you can start your BeeWare journey there. But otherwise, imagine, I already assume that you already set up a new environment, then now you can install a Briefcase. So the first tool that we will be using actually is Briefcase. So this is how you do it with Mac OS. If you're using Linux or Windows, I think Windows would be slightly different. So sorry, it's too small. Let me zoom in. Yeah, so Windows will be slightly different, the command, but you will see it in that page. So for me, the order is a bit different now. So for me, I already have done it. So I have a virtual environment, BeeWare VM there, that's already got the Briefcase installed. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to activate it. So source BeeWare. Who know how to use VM? You know? Yeah, okay, good. So I hope I don't have to explain. So what I'm doing now is to enter the environment that I've created, and I have a briefcase here. Well, there's a lot of things, but I do have briefcase installed. So this is the first step. So install your environment with briefcase there. So that's the first thing. So next thing is to create a new project. So I think since we are Django community, we are not unfamiliar with how to start a project. So there is a command that you can use to start a project. So it's called briefcase news in this case. So I'll just use it to start a new project. So I need to give out some information for this project to start. You will see something similar again. So I can, spoiler alert, this is actually behind the hood. We are using something like Cookie Cutter. There's a template of building it, but we'll dive into this more in the later part of the talk. So now you can just use the default. It doesn't matter because this is just an example, so you can just use all the default things. So I'm Jane now, so that's my name, and that's my email, example.com. That's a very good domain name. So, okay. Now, license, again, choose your license, but again, this is a demo. I'm not going to release it, so it doesn't matter at the moment. I'm using Toga, so because Toga is kind of the base of doing it. I'll show you a little bit of what Toga is and what Toga can do in a bit, but let's just use Toga as if you only use Toga. So now we have a project generated. So let me clear this up a little bit and then have a look. Now we have Hello World. So this is our new application that we have built. Let's have a look at what is in Hello World. Right? So there's all these things that we are familiar with. We have a lot of things that a Python project we have, for example, pyproject.toml. We have the source, we have the test. Cool, we have all the infrastructure kind of in place. So yes, just say yes to everything of them. And then this is a more detailed look of what is inside your directory. So now you have Hello World. There's so within the resources, these are the pictures that's actually for your splash screen. So those of you who kind of have tried a little bit of web application development, you know there's a splash screen. So those are the resources that we'll be using, the icon as well. And then there will be some place you can write your test. So, okay. And app.py is actually where most of your coding will be done there. So let's just try to run the default to see how it is. So we will go into Hello World and then we will just run the briefcase dev. So let's do that. So you go into Hello World and then we will run briefcase. It's kind of difficult to say for me, briefcase, right? So, something's happening. Oh, what is this? I have a new window. So yeah, I'm using a Mac, so it's a bit funny. So I have a window, but there's nothing inside. There's nothing because this is the default is a blank canvas. It's now for you to add something in there. So let's close it because it's now not interesting. You just see something blank. I have a dark mode, so that's why it's it's not like this, but it's okay because again we have nothing there yet, so it's okay. So let's go to the second tutorial, which is trying to build something out of it. So now it kind of explains a little bit of the architecture. I won't spend too much time in it because you can follow the tutorial and read it yourself. I will just briefly go over it. So let's have a look at what's inside. If I can open my IDE here. So I'm opening this, not this one. Let's close it because I'm not talking about that. Okay, so where are we looking at? It's super small for me, but you don't have to worry about that. So I just need to find the page here. So app.py. So this is what I said. Most of your coding will be done here. Now you only have the kind of the default is the starting point. So as you can see, it's using Toga. So Toga box is just kind of create a box, which is the blank thing that you see. There's also a main window. It's like the window that pops up. So you use .show to show that window, so it will pops up. There's nothing there. It's just a box, a window, nothing. But you also have to put it in main so that it will run Hello World, which is this application here. So, okay, let's try to make it more interesting, as it says here, as some content. Now we want to build something. So before we look into it, let's just copy and paste, and then we'll explain it later. So let's just paste it here. Oh, sorry, I messed up because you need to keep the main, so I should not replace the main here. So maybe I have to do this. Oh, sorry, I messed up again. So we just replace the class. Kind of forget what I'm doing. Okay, so we place the class here. Keep the main because it's important. Keep all these imports because you need it. Do we have some? We have something new. We have labels and box and stuff. So maybe I have to change my import as well. Maybe it's okay. I will change it later if it doesn't work. So, okay. So now let's look at this more advanced things. So what's going on here is that now we have more things that we add to our blank canvas. So instead of just the box, we can also put something inside. So what are these things? So you can put a label, and then have a text box. You can input some so more interactive elements there. These are all the elements that live in Toga. And then there's also a button that you can say hello. So what is this? So this is, we have seen this, right? We also need a window, of course, and I need a box that everything comes out. But yeah, anyway, let's see how it works. So now what we can do is to look at the label. Yeah, so these are the explanations. So now we have to run the briefcase stuff again. So make sure that I've saved. I have, okay. Ooh, wow, it's a bit small. I don't know if I can zoom in for you. Oh, so hopefully you have it on your computer. But for those of you, so sorry about that, I can't zoom in. But what is showing here is that there's like a text saying your name, and then it's a text box there, and underneath there's a button saying say hello. So, look at this for a second. So now we have started the demo and nothing happened. And then now what I can do is that I can type, let's say, type my name there, just like my name is Cheuk. So I say hello. Nothing happened. But actually something happened because now it says hello Cheuk in the terminal. So this is something. Something you can see some interactive elements in the window, in the app. And then there's like this, but it's just print out something. It's not, a normal app won't be like this because the user won't see this terminal. So it is just an example here. Okay, so let's close it again. So of course you can add more elements in it, or you can add some changes. So like maybe for example, instead of saying hello in the terminal, you can have another text box and say hello on the application itself. But because of time constraint, we only have 45 minutes. We don't have like 3 hours. So that's why we jump into tutorial 5. Tutorial 5, make it mobile. So how to make it mobile? So for me, I'm an iOS user, so that's why I'm clicking on the iOS. Also, if you want to build an iOS app, you need to have Xcode installed, which I have in my computer. Or you can develop Android. So if you have nothing right now, I think Android may be a little bit easier for you because you don't have to download Xcode, which is very, very heavy, and you may take a long time for it to download. But I will show you now, and maybe you can try it at home if you want to try it on iOS later, that we can deploy this app that we have just built, this very, example, very silly app. We can deploy it on mobile. So, okay. What we have to do is to run briefcase create iOS. So again, if you're Android, you can go to the Android page and follow the instructions there. It's more straightforward. So you can see it's like taking a long time to build up all this like infrastructure for the Xcode. So it has built something in a new folder inside iOS Xcode. So something has been created there. You don't have to write native. I believe it's Swift for iOS because BeeWare has done it for you. So you don't have to do that. You can only write Python, and that's all you need to do. And then next is to run it. So I would run. No, I think I have to build first. Sorry, I skipped ahead. So you have to build it after you have created all the things that you need. You have to build. So this build is basically converting what you have written in Python into something that could be put into your phone. So this is like doing all this stuff. That's why it's taken quite a while. So, actually, I thought it's going to be longer. So maybe I'll just go ahead and run the iOS app. Okay, so now we have a choice. Which one do you want? Shout. Mini? Bring back the mini? Okay, this is very convincing. Okay, let's try. Oh, is this a mini iPad? I think I used to have one. Yes. Okay, it takes a while. Oh, because I haven't done it. Okay, maybe it's a good time for questions. Yeah, that's why I say it's going to be chaotic. And I shouldn't be so interactive. I should just do something that I've already installed. So, but you can stare at the mini for a while. Or maybe I should just skip ahead. Sorry. Oh, is it done? Come on, show me. Oops. What's going on? Okay. Maybe not a good idea. Sorry, Mini. We abandoned you. Let's do something else. Okay. Let's run something that I've tried this morning. For example, I've tried iPhone 14 Pro because this is what I'm using right now. Okay. So hopefully it works. It's starting. You can see the phone is starting. Oh, this looks like my phone. Okay, so it's Hello World. It pops up. So this is our app. So again, sorry if it's too small, you can't see. So this is basically an emulator of your phone, and then inside is the same app, but this time it's in light mode because maybe this phone is using light mode at the moment. So it's asking your name. You can type your name, and then you can say hello, and then the terminal will also print out hello Cheuk. So it's the same, but it's now on mobile. Kind of. Of course, you can say, oh, it's just an emulator. But well, if you follow along the tutorial, you can see how you can, publish it and then download it on your phone, and it's quite fun. But I'm not going to do it today because it would again take a few hours. So let's just stop it from here. Okay, so that's BeeWare. We have fun. We love it. But this is not the point, right? We are not at BeeWare Con. We are at DjangoCon. So let's move forward. But before I move to the Django part, I want to tell you a little bit secret about Toga. So Toga is another tools that come together in BeeWare. It's a Python native GUI toolkit that you can build your, kind of how your app looks like using just Python. So how it can do it is that because there are widgets, we have already seen some of it. We have seen the box, we have seen the buttons, we have seen the text input, the labels. So these are all the elements that you can add in your app. So you can, arrange them by using rows and columns. Also, Toga style like CSS. So, if you are familiar with web development, you have played along with CSS, so you won't have problem with that. But what is very important today in this talk is the WebView, widgets of Toga. So, because with the WebView, you can build a web browser. I don't know what happened with my tongue today. So you can build a web browser with Toga. So this is the link to another tutorial. So this is a Toga tutorial, and you can build a browser. So again, because of time constraint, what I'm going to do is that I will copy the source code, if it allows me to copy. So I'll copy the source code. I think I only need the main here because this names main thing is on the other is in the init.py, so I don't need it for this case, but I just need the Toga and all this. So the app this time is called Grace, and I would put it in the main so it will run. I would copy that and then put it here. So this time I can copy everything and paste it. Okay, so this is another app. So this is so the title of the app will be called Grace, but I put it in Hello World, so it's kind of a hybrid right now. But don't mind, it works. So again, we have a window. It will have a web view, which is the key point today. Then you have a text input. That's where you can put your URL. And then everything, boxes just help to put things in their place. And we can have a look of how this works. So what I'm going to do is, like I do before, I can do the briefcase def. So I can do a preview of what is this. Ooh. Well, is this a browser? So on the top, you see there's a text box. You can put in a URL, and then there's a button called Go. And then this is the web page of the BeeWare website. So let's go to my website. Advertisement. Yeah, I'm trying to see. Oh, I can't skip the HTTPS actually for this one. Oh, I can't just use enter maybe. Oh yeah, I can't skip the HTTPS. This is kind of like a not so nice browser. Oh, okay. So type my website with the HTTPS, and it will go to my website. Ooh. So this is quite cool. This is an app. Again, you can deploy it on your phone, but I'm not going to do it because it takes quite a while. But you can try it. You can deploy it in your simulator, and then you can bring. So you can build your own web browser that works on your phone, which is quite cool, or iPad or whatever. Um, so, so this is how Toga can embed a web page into your app, right? This is the next piece of the puzzle. So what is the last piece of the puzzle? But before that, before I reveal the last piece of the puzzle, let's look at a Django app that we're gonna do. What I'm gonna use as an example is gonna be the Django tutorial, which I think maybe a lot of you have already done long time ago when you were learning Django. I'm just gonna quickly show you because I already set it up somewhere in my directory, so I don't have to do it all over again. So I'm not going to show you the Django tutorial. This is not a Django Girls tutorial. So, but what I'm going to do is to go to this directory if I can type. Ooh, what's going on? Okay, maybe clear it up so I'm more clear about what I'm doing. Oh, no. Oh, okay. Maybe I have a mistypo. Right, okay, I'm at the right directory. I would have to deactivate this environment. And then, now I know what I'm doing. I'm going to this Django tutorial thing. And then I have another VM that I already prepared. Again, it's just Django living inside, so it's fine. I would just activate it. Source, Django, and, oops. Oh, yeah, sorry. I always say that like if it's live coding, then your IQ just like suddenly drop a lot. So so that's why I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing because like yeah, I'm live coding. So I have my site here. So this is again like the very beginner Django tutorial. So I hope it's kind of familiar to you all. So now you can see that okay, I have my site and the polls. So what I'm doing is like I'm gonna do Python manage. If I can remember what I'm doing, manage the py, and then I would do a run server, is it? Yeah. Okay, so I have this, which is a server running. So let's go to a browser and have a look. Oops. Yeah, I'm going to use my normal browser, not the Django browser, no, the BeeWare browser that I was playing with. Okay, so I have to type pose as well, of course. Right, okay, here, oh, sorry about the small, so I will zoom in. So this is your tutorial Django app. You can vote for what is your favorite ice cream, all that stuff, yay. So I'm not going to vote for it right now. What I'm going to do is just to show you that I have a Django app that's working. So it can be any of your app. You have more amazing project than me. Maybe you have something that is like super fancy and stuff. But I'll just go ahead and show you how to make a Positron app with Toga. So Toga can show you a web page. And so why not serve, because Django is a backend framework, right? Build a app, and instead of using a web browser as a front end, I can use Toga as a front end. I can, embed that WebView, and then I can deploy my BeeWare app together with my Django app. Then I would have a app that you have already built. You don't have to build it again, and then you can deploy it now on your mobile. It's really cool. So how to do it? Well, of course, you can build everything with Toga yourself, which is possible, but I'm lazy, so I'm going to skip ahead and show you a shortcut. So if it loads, I still have time, good, okay. So if it loads, so this is actually the main dish of today's talk. So it's like all of them are leading to here at this point. So this is the workshop that I talk about, that it used to be the workshop that I want to show people. So again, I already show you all of this. You already know how to use BeeWare and stuff, hopefully by this point. So let's go skip ahead. So what happened is that, well, yeah, of course, you have to set up the environment, which I already done, so you can do this yourself. But So I want to skip ahead to explain how to create a project. So maybe 10, 15 minutes before, when you see me using Briefcase New to create a new project, actually, it will ask you a lot of questions. It may kind of remind you of another Python tool that you're using. It's called Cookie Cutter. Actually, there's a template, the Briefcase template, that actually is used like a cookie cutter to generate your BeeWare project. So this is the original one. However, because we want to create a Positron app and I'm lazy, I create another template that already have the Positron built for you. There's already a starting Django project that come together. So it will be way easier to do it. So you don't have to build everything yourself. So let's follow it and try to create that. But I've cheated a little bit, of course. Let's end this first. Okay. I've cheated a little bit because here I have already created the environment, of course, and then I also have another one that is ready. If something goes wrong, I will just load that one. Always, live coding, right? So I would now go into the environment. So the source, Positron, vn, bin, activate. Okay, so now I'm in the. So I think pip list will be a long list, but anyway, I've just installed the prerequisite that I have showed here earlier. So I have Briefcase, I have Toga, I have Cookie Cutter, I have Django. So everything is ready. So now what I'm going to do is to cookie cut this template created by me. So you can see my GitHub username here. But before that, I want to create a new one. I don't want to mess up with my original one because that's my lifeline if anything goes wrong. So I will just create new, and then I will go to new, and then I would do the cookie cutter thing. Okay, so this. So yeah, I've done it this morning just to make sure it works. So a name. So I would just Positron, if I can spell. I can't spell. Okay, Positron. Okay. Oh, I'm missing an S. I have to type again. Okay, this looks correct to me. And then everything will be updated. Just code Positron. I don't have to type it again. Great. Project Awesome, or you can just code Positron again, because I don't want to have call my own project Awesome. It's a bit arrogant. Okay. So anyway, I don't care. I can be Jane for now, and email, and then example.com is a very cool domain name. I want to buy it. Okay. License, again, it's example. I can just use any license, or you can use MIT if you really care. But anyway, choose the one that works for you. I don't really mind. So a GUI framework. Now, if you have really good memory, you see that now we have 2 more options than last time we were here. We now have number 6, Positron Django, and then number 7, Positron Static. So static one is just another, my shortcut to generate another app, but let's use number 7, Positron Django. So using that, and then I can use PyTest. I like PyTest. For these, don't worry too much about it now. So, okay, so now what I have is a new infrastructure, which is, just like Briefcase New, you create a new thing. So inside, you should also see all these things. So it's difficult to see, so where's my IDE? Okay. So I should have it here as well. So in the new, so this is my new Positron. This is very similar. I know that you can't see. I'm so sorry about that. But you will have. So this time I can read it to you. So inside source, there's Positron and a web app. So one of them is a web app, which is a Django web app. Actually, if you inspect the file inside, it looks like a Django project. It's a Django project, and it is Positron as well. So how are we doing with time? We are good on time. Good. So next step, we want to, where's my own project here? Okay, so, but you may have questions since so first question, when you start a new Django project, it will generate a secret for you. And now you are copying it from a template. So if you didn't change the secret, everybody's using the same secret, which is not a secret. So it's not good. And of course, this is a demo. You should not be doing what I'm going to do because this is not deployment safe. But since this is a demo, I will just generate a secret key very casually. I'll just paste it there. Don't do it when you are doing something that is in production. So what I'm going to do is to use this Django command to generate a secret for myself. So what I'm going to do is go back to my terminal. I have to find back my Django project. So I'm going here, and then I have the web app, right? Source, and then web app. So here you will see I have manage.py. This will work. So now I have a secret. So this is my secret. Of course, it's not a secret. I'm showing it to you, but this is not for production, so it's okay. Okay, let's go to here. And do you know where the secrets live? It's supposed to be in settings.py. And here. So I'm putting a secret here. Again, like this is not production safe. don't do it. Just for fun. So after that, and now you can actually see if things work. So this is very important to check if things work. So let's go back to where we were. I forgot where we were. Oh, sorry. Which is Positron. So where am I? Okay, here. So now I can run briefcase. I don't want to have typos, so I'm just going to copy and paste. Okay. Woo! We have Django. Well, this is the screen you see when your Django app is empty. So closer to what you want, because now you want to deploy your own Django app. So the next step is to deploy your own app to replace this empty app. So let's close it and do the next step. So we have around 10 minutes, so let's quickly get it done. So the following thing is a little bit, because you have to change a lot of code. So if I miss anything, I'll just go to my fail-safe one and just run it for you to see. But anyway, what I'm going to do is kind of like, I'm always thinking now I'm become a surgeon because I need to do some surgery to my app. So what I'm going to do is to, so look at my, so close all these other things, which is not relevant right now. I know you can't see, but this for me. So I have a Django tutorial. I have my site here. So I want to replace my BeeWare application here. Okay, so source here. So yeah, it's like surgeon precision. So my web app needs to be replaced by my site. So all the content in my site should be now in here. So what I have is, so inside my site, inside web app, I want to replace this web app with these two, and maybe the database as well. Shall I replace the database? Maybe I shouldn't. Yeah, so what I do is like I would have to you can start developing or you can copy. So I'm just gonna copy. So I'm gonna copy all this. So copy, and then this one should go to the bin. And then, whoa, nothing here. And then paste. Ooh. Okay, again, if it doesn't work, I have my fail-safe mechanism. Okay, so this is kind of like half of the surgery is done. So what need to be done is here, is documented here, because now the path has changed. Instead of my site sitting inside my site, now my site is sitting inside web app. So the name are different and the locations are different. So I have to kind of do some surgery to change it. So what I have to do, let's give it a try again. Like I have some fail-safe mechanism. So I have to change, for example, the Django setting module environment variable need to be changed. So hopefully I can find it. So it should be in app.py. So let's go to app.py. Okay, I can't really see. It's too small for me to see. Okay, here. No, it's not here. Okay, this is very tricky right now. Is it here? No, I don't think it's here. It's inside. Yeah, it's inside Positron. So this like, is it the setting? So let's change the setting first, maybe, because again, my IQ drops to 0 when I'm live coding. So let's do this bit, which is the setting.py need to be changed. So I would change all this stuff. So roof URL need to be root URL here needs to be changed to this one, because now it's sitting inside web app, so I have to change it. And then the wedgie application path also need to be changed. Is it? Can't find it. Can't find it. Do we have time? I feel like I'm like kind of diffusing a bomb. Where is it? Okay, there we are. Okay. Yeah. It's like, don't play anything like tick, tick, tick for me. I would be like totally panic. Okay. This one is this one. Okay, so the setting is done. So what's the next one? Next one is URL. Needs to change the path to include. So I'm again like this needs to be web apps.post. So this is the paths, right? So this is URLs. This should be, oops, am I looking at the right thing? So post need to be, yeah. Post need to be, did I not change it correctly? Oh, here, sorry. Post needs to be here. Okay. Okay, what's the next thing? Is the name. So in the post.app needs to be changed as well, the name, because otherwise it won't register. Yeah, it's like a surgery. Okay, what's the first bit that I skip over? So Positron source, Positron app.py. So the environment variable need to be changed to this. Django setting module. So this is inside Positron. Okay. So is this bit that there should be a setting here that I have to make sure this is correct because this is my site. It's not web app anymore. And the last bit is that when I call in the URL, I have to call the post. Remember this no index page for this app. I'm so sorry. So that's why I have to call in the post. So it should be here. Okay, so this time, let's hope it works. Otherwise, I will just show you what I have done before. Let's run it. Oops. Something goes wrong. Okay. I forgot to migrate. Yeah, you're right. You're right. It's good that I have some reliable people here. So let's go. Let's go to the Django part and migrate it. Okay. So what was that again? My site, web app, my site. Right. Let's see. Yeah. Python manage migrate. Right. No, something's going wrong. I don't know what's wrong. Okay. At this point, I think I'm too stressful. I have 5 minutes left, so I would just copy and paste what I've done. Sorry. Okay, so let's look at this one. Right, this one I also have everything. Yeah, I don't have. Yeah, I haven't migrated. That's why. But I don't know why. What was wrong? So I'm too stressed. Let's just copy this. Copy. So web app need to be replaced. Right. Yeah, so I've got the new Positron and then source, the web app. So let's replace this one. Ooh. Okay, so pretend that you didn't see anything and nothing goes wrong. So let's try again. Okay, let's go back to the top directory. Okay, so let's do the BeeWare dev, briefcase dev. So okay, this time it works. Magic. Woo! So yeah, so you can vote on your ice cream. So sorry, this is so small. It's not like a web page that I can zoom in, but it's basically the same thing as the web page that you have seen maybe 30 minutes ago. So, so yeah, I actually have 4 minutes left. Whew. I have. Oh, but before I go, I want to talk about the design choices. So now what you have seen is that I have locally served Django, right? So basically, all the data is stored in the database that I failed to migrate. So all the data is stored there, is preserved. But what if your application is not just a local application? It needs to connect to something online, a database online. You could probably using the similar kind of philosophy, instead of serving Django inside the same app, you can maybe already have a Django app that you have deployed somewhere, and then you build a BeeWare app, again using WebView. You can connect to Django. Basically, it's just a wrapper, right? It's just like building the browser, it's the same thing. But it only works when there is a connection. So what you can do is maybe you can combine both. So you have a locally and online served Django. So you have a database to store the local data. It's kind of be there. It will work when there's no connection, but when there's connection, you can sync the two. So, but this is super complicated and it's out of my ability to show you. So I think maybe you can figure something out. So that's the end. Again, I want to give DjangCon Africa a shout out because a lot of organizers is here at this conference. You can talk to them more. It's the first DjangCon Africa ever. I really want to go, but I can't go. So I really want people, if you get a chance, you can go if you want to, or you can support them by donating to them. So thank you so much.